Hello. Cabbage white butterflies can be a major headache for anyone growing brassicas. The beggars get in everywhere, and I saw a couple of them flying around the greenhouse, so I had to rethink the protection for the brassicas in the greenhouse. I thought they were protected being in the greenhouse, and they are from the elements, but not from insects. I'm just doing a bit of repurposing and recycling. This shelving unit is quite bad in spots, and the connectors are broken, so it was about to be thrown away. So what I'm going to do is see what I can use with all the other pieces that I've got, and all the connectors that I've got, and see if I can do something with these connectors and use the shelving here in the greenhouse, because I'm running out of space. So I decided to use parts of these shelves for supporting the nets for the brassicas, as you'll see later. Of course, I had to make life difficult for myself by reusing an old bit of netting that was lying around the allotment when I first got the plot. A sensible person would have just bought a piece of netting, but I'm not sensible. Right, this netting has been a pain trying to wrestle with it. Obviously it's old and it's got holes in it, so I've doubled it over. I'm going to wrap it around this post so I can actually transport it and move it to the greenhouse, because otherwise it'll be a nightmare trying to get that in and lay it flat. Right, I've rolled that netting so it's folded over, so it's two layers, so where there's holes on one side, the other side should be okay. I mean, it's only for a couple of weeks, but I didn't want to risk it because there's so many white butterflies running around or flying around that I really don't want them coming in here and laying eggs on the brassicas. I mean, it's all looking good and healthy, so I just don't want to take the chance. So even if it's for a few days, I'm going to net them. Obviously there's gaps in the benches, and I mean, a gap like that a butterfly could squeeze through, so I'm going to put a layer of netting on the bench and then put another layer on top of the plants, so that should stop them. I've got, comes out, pieces like that, and then at the top I've got another piece, so this will hold the net high above the brassicas. So I've got one at the end of each tray, and then I'll put some in the middle of that one. So we've got Brussels sprouts red ball here, we've got Brussels sprouts, Brendan and dark mar behind it, and a couple of basil plants here and there just to fill up the trays. This one is all purple sprouting broccoli. Then on that one we've got the summer cabbage and red Lodero cabbage, and then we've got the red ball kale and the Cavolo Nero and a couple of strawberry plants just to separate them, but really don't need to at this stage because obviously you can tell by the colour difference. And I'll just put a tray of thyme here just to fill up this side of the bench. Okay, that's done. So now the cabbage whites will have a job getting in. Now, I wouldn't normally bother, but this year I haven't quite got the beds ready for this, so just in case there's any delay and they have to go in a bit later, I don't want them getting chewed up by the caterpillars, so they can sit in the greenhouse and be safe from the caterpillars until they're ready to go in the cage, and that will have proper netting on it. So this will do for this year, and I won't have to do this next year. It was ugly, but it did the job. In the next video I'll sort out a couple of other things in the greenhouse. So goodbye for now, and come back soon.